gentlemen, from Boise, Idaho. Don't touch anything!
Hey everybody, welcome back to In My Head. I'm your host Brant, and I have my co-host Carla with me today. Carla, how you doing?
I'm back, and I'm excited. Love the topic today, and excited to talk about it.
So this video is our Kiss Fall / Spooky playlist. I threw Spooky in because these are songs that when I listen to them, they just make me think of. It's the end of summer. It's the beginning of the fall season that's leading up to Christmas. And so you just have that time of all the things and all the feelings that you get during fall, that transition, the night's starting to get longer, the days getting shorter. Plus you have Thanksgiving in there and the spooky holiday, Halloween stuck in there as well. So for me, it just kind of, when I listen to these songs and I kind of listen down through the catalog, and I've been making notes since me and Carla have decided we're going to do a summer, fall, winter, spring playlist type, list. I've started, as I've listened to songs, I've started really thinking, do I get a feeling of a season from this song? And it's really weird. I don't know if you've noticed this, Carla, but have you noticed that a song can have a feel for multiple seasons?
Yeah. In fact, we did the summer playlist a few months ago, and I still had my summer playlist. And in fact, I kind of referenced that and just wanted to make sure I didn't have any duplicates, because there were some songs where I was like, oh, this kind of feels like fall. And then I looked at my summer playlist and I was like, wait a minute, I put it down for summer. So yeah, I think especially once you get into like late summer, early fall, that kind of stuff, they kind of melt together a little bit. Yeah.
I did not even look at my summer playlist to see if I have duplicates. So if I have duplicates, it's just going to be a happy accident. I didn't even look at mine to see, and I don't think I have it up here with me. If I do have duplicates, it's just because they also hit me as a fall.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be one season.
But it grows back.
And I tried to get into the fall spirit. I'm wearing a beret, and you can't even tell because my hair is the same color. So it just looks like a weird head shape. Yeah. But I'm wearing a beret.
Yeah.
To get into the fall spirit, I guess.
I've got a weird head shape too. All right, so let's get into our topic. So we've picked 20 songs. We picked 20 songs each that we feel makes us feel like fall or spooky or gives us a feeling other than spring, summer, or winter. And so that's what we're going to do. I'll let you go ahead and start with your first track. Now, I do what I always do. I just started at the beginning of the catalog and started listening to the first. And mine's kind of in a discographical order, if that's a word, from the first album to the last album I picked a song off of. And there are about 8 or 9 albums I didn't pick a song off of because I either didn't have the room, because I did have to trim mine down. My list was originally about 30. And we said this before, Kiss with a discography like they have, it's hard to pick just 20 songs of any theme. You always come up with more, and you always have to cut. So start with your first one.
Yep. And like me, I never have an order. I never have a rhyme or reason to my list, except for the first pick. The first pick's always like my number one. Well, literally my number one. But then 2 through 20 are just random order. So my number one pick, this is to me the most fall song of the Kiss catalog. I can't think of any other season but fall. When I hear this, I have so much imagery when I hear this song of like cracked leaves and the sun setting earlier, and it's cold, it's crispy cold, but not freezing cold. And I just see this girl walking in this cape kind of walking maybe in a cemetery or something. My favorite fall kiss song, of course, is She off Dressed to Kill.
I'm going to go ahead and say that I've got that. I've got that too. So
I will keep tabs of what we have.
Okay.
What we share.
Yep. She is the only song I picked off of Dress to Kill. And I agree. I mean, just the opening line, She Walks by Moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
It has that same imagery. I almost, even though the song doesn't go into it, I almost look at it into like she could almost be a witch.
Right. Right.
That type of imagery that you get from it, just between the music and the lyrics and the way it's sung and the production value. My song that my first pick is off the first album, and when I hear this song, it gives me the same feel, except a different setting. Instead of being in the woods, walking along leaves in a wooded area and watching somebody in the middle of the night, this one is more of an image of a woman who is walking, possibly has on a fur coat with maybe a hood, because it's the time of year that it's starting to get cold. It may be a little rainy, and it rains a lot during the transition seasons. So November, October can be rainy months. And instead of being in the woods, she's on the streets, and she's out on the streets for a living. And so when I hear Black Diamond is one, I think it's the best song on the first Kiss album. But two, it just has that big city fall, starting to get cold, rainy, on the streets, nowhere else to go, feel to it. So Black Diamond for me is definitely a fall song.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's looking at my list now. I'm like, I should have put that in there. You're right. That is a fall song. Very good. Yeah, and Destroyer is in my part of the thumbnail because to me, this is a fall album. This is their fall album. I mean, everything from, to me, the biggest reason why is the cover with the sunset. This is what a fall sunset kind of looks like to me, or at least where I live it is. And I just see so much fall with this album cover. And just throughout the whole album, I'm not the biggest fan of the kids in Destroyer, the kid voices. But with fall, then I think of them trick-or-treating maybe as Kiss. So then I kind of do like it, but any other time of the year, I'm not really into it. But so I do have a lot of Destroyer on my list. And at number 2, this one screams fall, just like She. It's actually kind of like the husband of She. And it is God of Thunder. Yep.
For sure. That's another one on my list. It's just so spooky. Turn your lights off and listen to that song in a dark room and tell me that you're not living a nightmare. I mean, he's the Lord of the Wasteland, a modern day Man of Steel. I mean, it's just an awesome song. And Paul and Gene and Bob Ezrin just took Paul's song that wasn't scary at all. It was more of a rock and roll sex romp type of song, and turned it into what became a franchise for Gene. Became a persona, switched him from being the vampire to the demon. I mean, it switched his character, and a lot of people don't even know that Gene originally was the vampire. And I mean, he's got the widow's peak and the bat wings on his face and everything. The Lon Chaney cloak. In some early pictures, he's got the big, or in some later pictures, he's got the big, huge, collar behind him and carrying a coffin. I mean, it's like, are you a demon or are you a vampire? Are you a demon vampire? Okay, you're a demon vampire.
Right.
But yeah, God of Thunder, I love it. And I think the kids, they add that creepiness to it, especially there's a couple times they're growling.
Yeah.
Like, rah, rah, rah. It's like, okay, and but yeah, so God of Thunder is another one that we share.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So go ahead to your next one.
My number 3, this one doesn't necessarily have like an imagery of fall to me. It's just, I don't feel any other season other than fall when I hear it. I tend to, with fall, like a little bit of like the heavier songs, the lower, the more growly songs. And that's kind of the vibe I get off this one. So off the debut album, my number 3 is Firehouse. It's like that transitional summer fall.
Yeah.
Like a fall's fall.
So since we didn't match up, my number 2 comes off of Hotter Than Hell. And this is just it's fall / spooky. But Limping As You Do and I'm Watching You. Watching You it's almost like a stalker song. I mean, It is a stalker song. And I don't know why. I know that people can stalk and stuff and be that kind of person year round. It doesn't necessarily warrant having a season, but I just feel it a whole lot more in the fall, like a fall type activity.
Yeah. I'm kicking myself that I didn't put that on there on my list because you're absolutely right. But I will talk about Hotter Than Hell in a little bit. But not my number 4. This album it's like a fall winter album for me. It kind of goes between both seasons. Certain songs are more winter to me. Certain songs are more fall to me. There's a couple summers mixed in there. But this one to me just feels like pure fall. The bass line, it's like like the bass line feels warm. I don't know how to describe it other than like it's like a warm bass line. And it's off of Dynasty, and it is Sure Know Something.
I can understand. I can feel that. My next one, it comes off of Love Gun, and Love Gun is pretty much a very summer type album too,
yes.
Except for one song, and that is Almost Human. Almost Human has a very fall, spooky season again. Kind of mine is like it's fall and spooky kind of together.
Mm-hmm.
My list is so it could be a spooky list, it could be a fall list. But they kind of go hand in hand for me. So Almost Human to me is just Almost Human is because he says the moon's out, I think I'm going to change. So a werewolf, so maybe it's a werewolf song. He's not quite human, almost human.
Yeah.
So it's a spooky song for me.
That's on my list too.
Okay.
That's on my list too. And I think, like you, is the only song I had off Love Gun too. For that same reason. It's a summer album to me. Mm-hmm. Late spring summer album. So yeah, that was the only one I had. So my next one, this is another album that to me screams fall. Not as much as Destroyer, but to me it's a very fall album, and that is Music from the Elder. Mm-hmm. I just see a lot of brown imagery with this album, and for some people
the whole album could have happened during the fall.
Yes, and for some people they would say that brown imagery is
it's something else.
But for me, it's just very fall, and just I don't know, it just screams fall to me. So I do have a few different songs off the Elder on my list, and this one I would say is probably the most fall song of the Elder, and that would be what I think is my favorite song off the album too, Odyssey.
Yeah, I can see that. My next track comes off the solo albums. You'd asked me when we were doing this, were we including the solo albums? And I originally was not going to, but I've been listening to the solo albums a lot for getting ready for the Critical Kiss videos. Like I said, we've already done Gene and we've done Ace, and we have Peter and Paul left to do in that order. And I started listening. As I was listening to the solo albums, I was like, this could be a fall song. So I kind of started writing them in to be like, is it worth it to stay on the list? And I concluded that there were some that were. One song on Gene's album that stood out to me as being, there was a couple, like I had to cut one, like an honorable mention was Always Near You, Nowhere to Hide. has that kind of stalker feel to it. And I don't know why I associate stalkers with fall. I don't know why I do, but it's like,
because there's so many horror movies about.
Right.
Stalkers.
And so I was just like, I almost put that on, but I did put it on, but I cut it. But the song that I did keep is Radioactive. I mean, that intro alone is so spooky. And the song matters not really so much. Once it gets going, it has a feel, maybe a little bit of fall. But just that whole beginning, it just, to me, it had to stay. Once I put it on, it had to stay. So my next one's Radioactive.
My next one, again, off of what I think is the ultimate Kiss fall album, Destroyer. I think it is your favorite Kiss song. And to me, I just hear kids, like a Friday night. I just think of kids out of school, like going to a concert. So like I said, off of Destroyer, Detroit Rock City.
Yep. Philip tied on a Saturday night.
Yeah. See, they're out of school for the weekend. Yep. They're going to a concert.
Yep. And that kind of reminds me of one of my favorite periods of time of school. And I loved it during high school, was when school starts back and it's August, September, October, and that's football season. And we used to get together and have pep rallies, and we'd have bonfires and stuff like that. And I was in the band. And so band always used to play at those type of activities, and we would travel to other football games. But so that's a good pick. My next pick is, I stick with the solo albums. When I hear this next song and the song after it, they just remind me of being all melancholy, walking around in the fall, just feeling bad and maybe feeling a little depressed and a little sad about yourself. And
Peter's album will do that to you.
Yeah, and so kind of depressing. But I love these two songs. The first one I'm going to talk about, and then I'll talk about the next one, the next song. But Easy Thing off of Peter's album it is not winter, it is not summer, it is not spring. It is fall. It's kind of like a reflective song. And fall is kind of like, to me, is probably my most reflective time of year. I'm not very reflective any other time of year.
Right.
But fall, you kind of take a look at what's gone on so far in the year. And I get, at least me, and I get a little reflective about it. So Easy Thing is on my list. It's probably not a very popular choice with people out there, but this is my list.
Yeah. And no hate towards Peter's album. There's a couple songs off that album that are like some of my favorite solo songs, like out of all four. Like oh my gosh, I absolutely love them. But to me, it's so funny that you say that, because I'm kind of the opposite. Like, to me, Peter's album is very spring. It's very AM radio. It's very like daisies and light. I don't know. It's very spring to me. So
it's funny how these albums can hit people and affect us in different ways.
Yeah. Just a lot of like April showers when I think of that album. I don't know. Just very spring to me. Okay. My next one is off of Hotter Than Hell. Hotter Than Hell for me is more of a summer album. I think on my summer playlist, Hotter Than Hell was pretty heavy. I mean, the album cover is a little bit more fall, but for me, that album is a little bit more summer. But this one, other than Watching You, which I'm still kicking myself I didn't put on here, this one is, to me, it is fall. It's very fall. And that is Strange Ways.
Yep. It has that feel, just the way it just trudges along and everything. It definitely has that feel to it.
Yep. Shout out to my beret that you can't see.
So my next song off of Peter, in a list that I was cutting other songs. It's hard to believe I left two Peter songs on here, but I like Peter's solo album. I'm one of those people that absolutely loves Peter's album. So they can come at me if they want, but nobody's going to disagree with this song. I think because You might think since you think Peter's song is more of a spring album, this may be more of a spring song to you, but to me, it's definitely a fall song. And like we were talking about, is there's really two big times a year where we have a lot of rain, and that's in the spring.
Yep.
And that's in the fall.
Yep.
And to me, I Can't Stop the Rain is a fall song.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Yep.
Because it's like, once again, it's somebody being very reflective, looking back on their life and looking back on things that's happened to them. And they're like, I can't stop the rain. Here it comes again. It's like, yes. But so to me, it's almost like, okay, you're being reflective, you're feeling beat down, and oh, here comes the storm. So to me, I Can't Stop the Rain is definitely a fall introspective type song.
Mm-hmm. And see, for me, that's totally spring. Yeah. That's the complete opposite time of year for me. That is spring. And I think that's what I said, April showers, like fluffy AM radio, Casey Kasem.
Yep.
Top 40. My next one, to me, it screams fall because I envision Halloween with this a lot. I envision kids dressing up kind of like this for Halloween, or even the music video for it. There are kids in the music video. To me, it's just very, very Halloween. Again, it's a darker song off of Creatures of the Night. I love it loud.
Yeah, and even in that video, they looked like it was possibly they were walking out into something that would have been more like it gets dark early, seeing the last little bit of light starting to trickle away.
See, it's looking a little bit.
Yeah, looking a little bit like that with some gray clouds and dark clouds up above it. It looks just like that. Flames and everything. I got two songs that comes off of Paul's solo album. There's two songs to me that stand out and they feel very fall on this album. And that is Tonight You Belong to Me is one of them.
Yeah.
That's definitely just the way it opens up at the beginning with the guitar and stuff. It's almost like you see the leaves falling. Paul's walking down the street in a trench coat, and it's dark and the leaves are falling. You see he's in a dream.
Yeah.
It just has that feel. It has that feel for me.
Yeah, even the album, the album cover with the purple, because purple's a very fall color for me. Mm-hmm. So, even the album cover with the purple, very fall. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so my next one, I don't really have a lot of 80s Kiss on my list. I do. I shouldn't say I don't have any. I do. But I'm talking more like mid to late 80s Kiss. Eric Carr and beyond. This one is off of Asylum. I don't really know why this screams fall to me, but it just kind of does. Maybe because it just sounds a little different than the other songs off of Asylum. Those are just so summery to me. This one kind of is a little different, a little darker. And it is Who Wants to Be Lonely.
I don't know why I knew that was the song you were going to say. It's like when you started talking about sounds a little different, I'm like, she sounds like she's talking about Who Wants to Be Lonely.
Yeah, and I was.
And I could see that. I could see Who Wants to Be Lonely being that way. For sure.
Yeah.
So my next one though, it continues off of Paul's album. And I kind of mentioned it a little bit ago. But I think it is hands down, me personally, I think it's hands down the best song on Paul Stanley's album. And that is Take Me Away Together is one.
Mm-hmm.
There's just the way it that song is just so epic. And that song doesn't scream anything else other than fall. It's not really, it could be a late summer night song maybe, but to me, it's fall.
Yeah. You need that crisp in the air.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't really get with summer. It's a little too humid.
Right.
You need the more crisp. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. Okay, my next one is off of Dynasty, and this one just makes me think of fall because, it kind of makes me think of Halloween and spookiness and supernatural and what have you. Off of Dynasty, it is X-Ray Eyes.
Hmm. I had it on my list, took it off. Yep. I totally get that. That's an awesome song.
Mm-hmm.
Just the real spacey guitar solo. It just has that total fall feel to it.
Yeah.
So my next one is off of Dynasty. It's the only one I picked off Dynasty. And believe it or not, we, at least so far, we haven't doubled up on this one. But I was listening through Dynasty the other day. I kind of did that once over, and then I kind of went through the album and just listening to songs. And I was like, this song just hit me as fall. And I always kind of felt like it was maybe summer. But listening through it, even today, I listened to it this evening just to make sure. I'm like, am I sure? Am I sure? And I was.
Mm-hmm.
The opening track off of Dynasty, I Was Made for Loving You. It's a makeout song. And, you can make out in the fall, but
That's so, yeah, because to me, it's a summer song, which it might have been on my summer playlist. I'm not quite sure. But it's either a summer song or a winter song for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like very extreme in that sense. Like I hear it both ways. Mm-hmm. My next one, this was the only one off of Animalize. And I believe, I do have a couple more 80s, but this is definitely the only one off of Animalize because like Who Wants to Be Lonely, this one just was the only one that was fall to me off of that album. The rest are just summer, 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 summer. This one is fall to me because it provokes imagery of fireplaces and fires. And what do you put in fires? Logs. What do fires do? Burn. So off of Animalize, Burn, Bitch, Burn.
So you're talking about the Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yes.
I'm kidding. That's insensitive. I'm kidding.
If we're going to talk about things that are insensitive,
right.
and then we talk about Burn, Bitch, Burn.
Right. So I only picked one off of Dynasty. I picked two off of Unmasked. And both of these, I have such a strange love affair with the Unmasked album because I say all the time that for people that have been on my channel, Unmasked was kind of like my coming of age album in every way that you would think that I'm talking about. And it was a very puberesque album for me, discovering things and feelings and and having imagery about songs that I shouldn't have just because my hormones were raging at the time as the 12, 13-year-old kid. So I have a really strange love affair with Unmasked. But two songs on it that kind of sprung out and stuck out to me as fall songs is the title track, Is That You, is the first one. I don't know, just some of the imagery that's in it kind of just makes me feel it's fall. It's a fallish type feel for me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unmasked is such a spring summer album for me. I think because Shandy, and I know Shandy was in my summer playlist.
And
Shandy
Tomorrow,
is like so summer. It
is a summer album. It's definitely, with songs like Shandy, Tomorrow, just all kinds of songs on it. Torpedo Girl, Two Sides of the Coin.
Yeah.
It's a very summery song. It's a very summery album.
Poppy bubblegum album, and it just screams summer to me. But I also Unmasked. I always forget how much I like it. Yeah. I always think I don't like it, and then I listen to it, and I'm like, why do I not think I like this album? I love it. Mm-hmm. I could just listen to Shandy all day. I love Shandy. Yep. Okay, my next one. This is just another one where it's just I hear it and I just think of fall leaves, like the wind kind of, you hear the wind moving the leaves down the street and just dark and muddy and crisp and cool and fall and a little spooky. Off of Dress to Kill, Ace's Shining Moment. off that album, Rock Bottom.
Mm-hmm. My next track off of Unmasked is a song that it's not really so much the lyrical content, but just the way the song kind of ebbs and flows and makes me feel when I hear it. And and it's one of my favorite songs off that album is She's So European.
Yeah. You love that song.
I do love She's So European. I don't know why. I just don't. Like I said, I cannot listen to most of the tracks on Unmasked and just have like very vivid imagery about every single one of them.
No, I love She's So European. That's such a great song. It's so good. I think it's a little overlooked. In fact, it's a little underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. My next one, you mentioned Rock and Roll Over a little bit ago. This is nope, it's not my last one from Rock and Roll Over. I am mistaken. This one, it's just a fall song. Nothing, no big imagery or anything. It's just fall. It's just a heavier fall song. And like I said, it's off of Rock and Roll Over, and that is I Want You.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that too.
You're back from summer vacation, and like the girl or the guy, whoever, like had a glow up over summer, and they come back and you're like, whoa, like where did this person show up? You know, where did they come from?
Yeah. My next one is off of Creatures. I had to, since I'm kind of sticking with fall and spooky, I couldn't blow my list up too much this far down into the list with too many songs off Creatures, but I went ahead and went for the title track, We're Creatures of the Night. I mean, how more fall and Halloweenish can you get than that? I mean, a lot of people, they look at Creatures of the Night, that song, and they're like, oh, that's a summer song. That's being out of school and going crazy during the summer and staying up all night and partying with your friends and stuff. And it very well could be. It could be interpreted as that. Could be Creatures of the Night also that's out on the hunt, out on the prowl, you know, so it could go either way. That's the cool thing about this. That's one thing I love about doing these videos is us talk about this album's a spring album to me. Well, it's a fall album to me. Well, this song's a fall album to me. Well, it's a spring song to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's really interesting to see the different perspectives, especially when we do match. Yeah. You know, it's like, whoa, that's kind of crazy that we both have this exact same imagery. And, you know, I mentioned earlier, Destroyer is my Kiss fall album. That is when I really listen to Destroyer the most throughout the year is fall. I could have put the whole album on this list, but I restrained myself. I didn't. I didn't even put Great Expectations on this list.
That's a shock.
Spoiler alert. I did not put it on this list.
I kept waiting on it to show up.
I know. It's not going to show up for fall.
It'll be back for winter.
We'll see. But this one did. This one is a fall song for me. And it is King of the Nighttime World.
Because I used to drive around in the fall, it would, with the windows down, the top off, it'd be cold. The wind would be really chilly, and you just had the heat jacked up on the inside of the car to keep you warm while you're driving around. And it's definitely a change in the air. Like the fall air is like so much different than summer air. The humidity's starting to release. It's crisp. It has a fresh smell to it, like you experience in the spring. It's got a chill to it, but it's not freezing like winter is. So, but yeah, I could definitely see that being a fall song as well. My next one is off of Lick It Up. When I looked at Lick It Up and I saw the back and I saw the songs on the back, there's a few that could be fall songs. This one, I saw it and I was like, this is definitely a fall song to me. And that's Jeans, Not for the Innocent.
Yep.
Just the way it starts and with Jeans singing it the way he is and screaming the way he does. It's definitely a nighttime fall spooky kind of song.
Yep. When I was looking at Look It Up, that was the song I was kind of eyeing. And then I just found other songs that were more fall to me. And then when I got back to that, I was like, nah, I don't think I want to take any out of my list and put that in. But yeah, that was definitely something that was a song I was thinking about. This next one, like I mentioned earlier, The Elder to me is such a fall album. It was hard to not put the whole album on here. I could have made like The Elder and Destroyer and then just, I could have just done a list with those two. But I put this one on here because other than Odyssey, it's probably my Odyssey and this song are like my two favorite songs off The Elder. I'm a huge Lou Reed fan. So anytime that like Lou Reed and Kiss, like that little connection is so special to me. So off of The Elder, A World Without Heroes.
Yep. Said you could any song, you could just throw a dart and hit any song on The Elder and it could be a fall song.
Absolutely.
My next one is off of Animalize. And when I looked at the back of Animalize, the one that kind of stuck out at me and listened to it is While the City Sleeps.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, it's not one of my favorite songs on Animalize, but it's one of kind of my Gene's throwaway songs. But it's got some really cool hooks in it. It's probably one of his better throwaway songs. Yeah, it's just, starts getting dark early. People start going inside earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So While the City Sleeps has that real kind of fall, gets dark early, cools off real quick after the sun goes down type feel to it.
Yeah, that's a good one. My next one is off of Creatures, and like you said earlier with the title track, we're Creatures of the Night, and it just provoked Halloween to you. And this is another one that kind of provoked Halloween for me, and great song off the album. The whole album could be like a fall winter album, like you said. Rock and Roll Hell.
Yes, I had that on my list and I cut it, but yeah. My next one, it skips from Animalize all the way to Revenge.
Yeah.
But my favorite song off of Gene's that just feels dark and spooky and you know where I'm going, and with fall and everything, is probably Unholy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next one, I don't know why I put this on my list, to be honest.
You felt it in the moment.
Yeah, I think it was just like an in the moment thing because it is a fall song to me, but it's not the most fall song. So I won't really say too much about it. But it's from Rock and Roll Over, and it's Hard Luck Woman. I don't know. I guess it's fall.
I had that on my list and I cut it. And I didn't cut it because I thought you would have it. I cut it just because there was other songs I wanted. But the reason why I had it on my list, and I want to see if this is the feelings that it invokes for you.
Okay.
I actually had on my list Hard Luck Woman, Rock and Roll Over, and then I had in parentheses to give myself little notes. Sounds like a summer breakup song.
Yeah.
And the summer is over. You've gone back to school. But I put it down as like Hard Luck Woman's kind of like a fall song because you've had to just break off a relationship that was just meant to last during the summer.
Yeah. I think I love Peter's voice, and I think I associate there is something very fall about his voice. And I think to me, the combination of his voice and this song is just, there's a fallness to it. There's a spice to it. There's something to it. I don't know what it is, but.
Yeah. My first song off Carnival, the first one is definitely totally just a flat out fall, Halloween, spooky type song. And it's off Carnival for Gene. And it's the opening track. It's Hate. It has that same feel that Unholy kind of does. It's just Gene writing two different songs talking about the same thing in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I love Hate. So that's one of my songs.
Yeah, I'm still mad at myself that I didn't put Carnival Souls on here, but that's okay. I'll just have a lot for my winter albums, I guess.
Yeah, you will.
For my winter songs. This is the last song off of The Elder for me. Again, like I said earlier, could have put the whole album on here. But I restrained myself. And this is just another one. I just kind of picked my 3 favorites. So this is my other favorite off of The Elder, and it is Dark Light.
Dark Light. Yep. Totally. I love Dark Light. Such a good song.
Yeah.
Doesn't get the love it should get. I mean, a lot of people, they like that song, but just that album in general doesn't get the love it should get, especially from the band.
Yes.
All right. This song, my last pick is my favorite song off Carnival. That gives it away to a lot of people. But sometimes I know, even though it's not the truth, sometimes during fall, and I get like super introspective and super retrospective, that sometimes I kind of distance a little bit and become a little distant. That's just a little personal tidbit about me there during fall. It can be difficult for me sometimes. So I think that is one of the reasons why I love the final track on Carnival, Mr. Bruce Kulick's I Walk Alone. I love that song, and it just has a total fall, winter, going into winterish type. It'll probably end up on my winter list too, but maybe, who knows. But so yeah, I love I Walk Alone. I think it is criminal that we had to wait as long as we did to get a song like that, to let Bruce and to let Gene and Paul let Bruce make a song like that.
Yeah. Yep. Totally agree. So yeah, I have 2 left.
Okay.
So I'll just kind of briefly go over them.
Yeah. Go ahead. Take your time.
This one is off of Dynasty, and it just kind of, again, it just kind of, I feel like a horror movie. This could be like the main character's theme song almost, or what he at least thinks he is, like maybe like a serial killer or something, like what they think they are. So like I said, it's off of Dynasty, and it is Charisma.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I almost had Charisma. It was one of those that didn't make it to my list, but I took a hard look at it because it definitely has the tone, the lyrical content, and even just the style of the song. Definitely. Yeah,
I think if God of Thunder had never happened, you could almost say that this is Gene's song. Like, this is his demon song.
Yeah.
If God of Thunder never happened.
Charisma is probably more autobiographical about Gene than actually God of Thunder is, if you're honest.
Yes. If Gene's honest, yes.
Yeah.
And then my final song is, again, off of Destroyer. And just another one that, to me, I totally understand where people would say this is summer. For me, it's a little bit more fall. And that is Flaming Youth.
Yep. Flaming Youth is one of those songs that I really identify with summery.
Yeah.
Summerish kind of feel, but it could be in the fall as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Destroyer is one of those albums I could see as being a summer album or a fall album. It's kind of both. It has both a feel going both ways to it.
So we shared 3 songs. I thought it was going to be a lot more.
I thought it was going to be a lot more, but I think I might have messed that up by trying to get in your head and think about what you might have picked, and then just end up with a bunch of different picks as far as variety goes.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. Carla, thank you so much for taking the time as always. I know that you've been crazy busy but we got this one out of the way, and we will be back with another one soon.
Yes. And leave your fall playlist. Everybody, watching, we want to know what your fall playlist is. Is it similar? Is it way different? I really want to know what everyone's is. Very curious.
Yeah, I like seeing the comments. I like seeing what people put. I don't want to hear if you agree with us or if you don't agree with us. I want to see what yours is. I tell you, put down what your fall songs are. Because that's what I'm more interested in. I'm more interested in what you like and what you think is fall. Because That way I find it's just like with us. I'll read one, I'll be like, oh yeah, that is fall. Or,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think of it that way. But yeah, that's cool when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be videos coming in the future when we figure out what we're going to do next. Me and Carla's got to sit down and talk about what we're going to do next. If you guys have some ideas you'd like to see us talk about, any topics you'd like to see us talk about, throw it in the comments. We will we'll look it over and consider it.
Yeah, it doesn't even, we have a winter one coming up.
Yep.
So we'll be doing winter in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And fun video, really fun. Glad to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. All right, we appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to interact down in the comments, like, subscribe, all that YouTube-y stuff. And we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Bye.